All right, Jide Olugbode, former Super Eagles striker, and of course, joins me live now to do a review of the qualifiers. Well, Jide, very, very pleased to have you with us this evening. I'm sure you watched the game yesterday. Well, we had a good time. I mean, the Super Eagles had a good game yesterday, no doubt at all. But it was not enough to qualify them, for the championship. What is your impression of the game, and how does it make you feel that the Eagles will now have to go through all these, playoffs with all the resources that we have?
Well, it's a pleasure to be on your show. We watched the game, and the good thing is it was not all nerves because from the third minute, Osimhen, cooled the nerves with that early goal. And you could see that Nigeria dominated the game all through. There were phases during the first half where Benin also tried. They gave everything. But I've said this about the team, if you recall. The first game I watched against Rwanda, when we beat Rwanda, I said with a training of 2 days with the boys, I saw what the coach did. And I was very confident, if you remember, and I still maintain it. The coach is very astute tactically. It's very good. I've seen his training methods, and the boys have responded. Most of them will probably not have any chance after this World Cup. They gave a good account of themselves, Ike, and we should all say that they did the job on the day, but that's just for the day. Now we have to go to the knockout phases, which will be tough. We've seen what is ahead of us now, as mentioned by the analyst, and I believe that there's going to be lots of permutations and connotations again, but we have to be confident. It's one game at a time. It's two or three or four games,
Yeah.
So I think, yeah.
Yes,
So,
Jide. If you were a player, how will this
yeah.
reality sit with you? That is, if you were a current player of the national team, the Super Eagles, after all the efforts of yesterday, I mean, and now we have not seen that we have to go do like a merry-go-round thing to be able to find a way to qualify. How will it sit with you, Jide?
Well, with the game we played last game, winning 4-0, it will sit well with me if I was a player because all I'm saying now is I've got a chance to be at the World Cup. We're still in it. Rwanda can't say the same thing. Lesotho won't say the same thing, and many other African teams. But Nigeria, we're still in it. And I think at this point is when we look at each other in the dressing room and we go, each game is a final. So every game we take it one at a time. We're facing by now the tactical crew will be working about the Gabon team. We're facing Gabon in a month. So when we win that game, then we face the winner of the other duel. So it's about games. Every 90-minute counts now. And now is when the coach will be telling the coach, look, we need a big squad. We need depth so that every game. I mean, you've seen what happened yesterday. We had another fullback on the left. We had another center back. That's what happens when the team is fluid. So, I mean, just relax. I think it's going to be tough. It's going to be very, very difficult. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
because all the four teams in Africa are very, very, very strong. I've seen them play. So it's not going to be a walkover. But hey, we're still in it. So that's the positive, and we should focus on that.
Well, it's a good thing you're sounding very positive about it. Just as you mentioned, there are four teams in the playoffs. We have Gabon, Cameroon, Nigeria, but we'll be playing Gabon. If we want to qualify, Jide, what should we start doing so that we don't come? It hurts that despite all of the resources that we have, we now have to go through this route. What should we be doing, Jide?
I mean, it's about planning. I mean, the coaches now should get, the games of Gabon, even the games of the other teams as well, because we're going to have another few weeks to prepare. Once you get to Morocco, there's little you'll be doing. So if I were the coaches now, I will be studying everything, where they're vulnerable, set pieces, where these teams are strong. That's what we'll be doing now, and be feeding to the players. Look, and telling them the same story. You're still in it, and you may not have this chance in 4 years. And once the players get that, and we begin to plan with it, we're looking at everything from even the atmosphere. I mean, the weather over there. We should be doing that now. And again, like I said, I know I keep going back to this coach, but look at the record. 6 games played, he's giving us 14 points. He's dropped only 4 points, 2 draws. Zimbabwe was just close. It was a last minute error. And if you look at that, you see that there's something we can build on. And I think that's what we need to give. We need to give confidence to them. We need to give them everything. The governments, they should rally around the federation now and go, look, what do we need? So there will be no excuses. We don't want any excuses. We don't want any reasons for failure. We want to win the African spot. And that should be the first goal now, IK, if you would ask me.
Yes, indeed. And let me ask you, you, of course, were part of the Super Eagles. You played as a forward line. South Africa still qualified ahead of Nigeria despite being docked 3 points. How disappointing, do you find this, Jide? You mentioned issue of preparations. And, of course, we cannot talk about this, over talk about it, do we?
Oh, no, we can't. It's very, very disappointing. South Africa will say they had a game to spare. They gave us a game. That's what my friends in South Africa are saying. That we even give you one game and we still qualified ahead of you. And it's true and it's damning, to Nigeria football, but it is what it is. If you look at, 4 games under Pesero and Coach Finidi, unfortunately, the records, are there to see. We picked only 3 points from 12. And that, I think, it's actually a miracle that we're still in it, because at that point, after those first 4 games, we were completely out of it. So, yes, it's damning. It's something for us to review our reaction times, what went wrong. What we should have done better, where we should have reacted better. They say the difference between successful organizations and those that are not is the reaction time. How quick do you react? And those are the things we need to take out from this as well. Personnel changes. How quick should we have done that? Those are the things we should be doing forensic analysis now, and while also keeping an eye on the goal, which is qualifying for the World Cup. So, yes, we're there, and I say again, these boys deserve kudos. I've been there. In fact, the last 4 games were the most difficult games for those boys. And they rose up to the occasion, against all the odds, under pressure. They had to overcome Rwanda, overcome Benin, in the process. And you know what? You need to give these boys something, and the coaches as well. They've done very well. And I think this should actually be a tonic for them now to say, look, we're here now. They say the world makes way for those who know where they're going. So we know where we want to go. And they should just start putting the signpost, that will lead us there now. And that's all the preparation. That's what we can do.
Absolutely.
And I'm rooting.
Absolutely, Jide. When you look at the game yesterday, you have been speaking very highly of Coach Eric Shell. In the wake of the game, he made 4 changes to the lineup, and we saw the defensive in a pairing of Shemi Ajayi and Calvin Bassey. It's evident that they give a good account of themselves, just as you mentioned yesterday. I beg your pardon, you mentioned now. Do you think that it had to do with the quality of opposition?
Yes, he was reacting with every game. If you remember the last game we played as well, he also played 2 up front. So it was a false one striker with another one behind. So I think that was a game changer. Putting Osimhen out there, we've seen it. We saw it in the Nations Cup everywhere. They know Osimhen, they put 3 defenders on him. What's he going to do? What he does, he puts Arokodare beside him last game. This game, he puts Akko Adams there. That is positive. When you are a player and you see the team list like that, the coach doesn't have to say much. All he's told you is my intention, I'm attacking. So guys, go. That's it. It's a simple message. And when you look behind yesterday, he put pace. Shemi Ajayi is young, he's energetic. He puts him with Fredericks and Calvin Bassey. He's saying, look, I'm going to trust you guys at the back to do the one-on-ones. And when you win the ball, put the ball forward, and we've got enough strikers out there. And we saw yesterday that the intent from the first minute, was there for everybody to see. And we were rewarded. Minute three, goal. Another few minutes, another goal. And it was all through the night. We were just attacking. So, yes, kudos to the coach and kudos to the players for accepting this and taking on the responsibility of Nigerians. At least Uyo Stadium is intact. We won. There were no fan eruptions or riots. And let's go on and do the same thing in Morocco, 90 minutes at a time. I believe they can do it if they keep the positive, attitude that's in the team as well now.
Indeed, Jide. Well, we saw Osimhen like a man on fire yesterday. Which area is, I mean, quite a number of people have said that, look, they would have loved to see Osimhen in the English Premier League because that's where he belongs. Which area would you like to see them improve upon as we go into the games in November?
Well, I think there's the only room, in the world is the room for improvement where you can actually change. So there's room everywhere. We need to improve on the attack. We need to improve in the midfield. We need to improve in the defense. What do I mean? Can we play three at the back? It's another thing that we need to start developing because when you're going into these games, you're going to have to switch sometimes. Can you play one defender? Say, look, everybody go out there. I remember the days of Lucio, Leverkusen, all those guys, they would defend one-on-one. They say, go. I'm taking this defender, I'm taking the striker, and I'll defend. We need more defenders there to show us that. In the midfield, we need more energy as well, so that when some players tire out, we can put more wings as well. We need more crosses. We've seen that if we deliver, Osimhen will score. So yes, let's not play through the middle alone. Let's play on the sides. Let's get wingers in there. This used to be Nigerian, hallmark in those days. Let's get the crosses in as well. So there's a lot of areas, and I'm sure the coach knows this, but it's just that he was thrust into it, and he just had a mission, which is to qualify Nigeria to the World Cup, or at least, this qualification, stages that is done now. And I think this coach would have a lot to say about Nigerian football in the coming years as well.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of improvement. And Osimhen, like you said, when you have players like that up front, I always say, when you lead from up front, we have a striker like that, the whole team, feels the turning. The turning goes to the team and it drives the team forward. We're lucky to have a player like Osimhen
Absolutely,
now.
absolutely, Jide. Jide Olugbodi, former Super Eagles player. Many thanks indeed. And, hopefully we are, of course, hopeful that Nigeria eventually will be at the World Cup in 2026.
One leg in already.
Thank you very kindly, Jide. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.